So the BaryBind is pretty straightforward. So usually, this is just a quick deforming mesh, constant topology. That's very important. The topology's got to be constant through the frame. So this thing is just rotating, and a mountain sop is going through the noise. So BaryBind is pretty much when a point has what's called a barycentric coordinate, and Houdini has some tools to pretty much do that. I don't know if they're doing the same thing, but it gives the same result. So there's a couple important points. We want to lock the position, and we want to be able to rotate the vectors in local space to the face. So here's this. We want to get the starting frame, and then we scatter points on it. And I'm using a pop net. I'm just going to pass through that for the time being. And then here it is. So I name it BaryBind, but attribute interpolate just basically interpolates all the point attributes through the source prim and source prim UV, and these get put on the scatter SOP automatically, which is pretty cool. So it's really just a scatter, and then you do the BaryBind, and you pretty much get this for free. Now, let's see. Now you see we have these vectors that, this is an important thing. We don't really use it, these vectors in here, but I'm going to go over this because it's very important here. So this is the attribute reorient. Now what you can see I do is I have a basic I initialize the orient attribute on the start frame, and then on the moving deforming geometry, and I pump it into this orient attribute. And so what these particles get is they get the orient attribute, and then what you can do is you can orient whatever vector, and so vector is this yellow one. So if I turn this off, as you can see, that the vectors are constantly in place. But when I rotate it with the orient, and they will move, they're basically locked in place. So this attribute interpolate rotates the n and the up vectors. You get that for free, as far as I know. And then this is just to visualize the n. So I'm not changing the n attribute, and you can see the green is locked. So that you get for free, and that in a nutshell is pretty much BaryBinding. And so it's very, very handy when you need to lock points onto deforming geometry like characters, because this is a good way to you can do dot collisions with this, and it's really robust and quick and easy for like pyro collisions. I really like it. I'll go into that in another video, and basically just emission points like we're doing here. All right, so thank you for watching.